Hello, I'm Saukki. Let's talk about winter bikes. And when I say winter, I mean this proper winter and not any lame ass British winter. Okay, first let's talk about the properties I think the good winter bike should have. And these are my opinions, so don't take these as a fact. And by the way, we are now talking about recumbent bikes, but most of these points also work with upright bike. In my opinion, a proper winter bike should have big wheels and wide winter tires. The wider tire, the better. The seating position should be more upright than in summer because it's more easier to balance. The bike should be rear wheel driven because I think it gives more traction up hills. But I know that some people have different opinions about this. Then it should be easy to pull yourself up from the seat if you have to balance the bike in some difficult spot. And then it should of course have some fenders. Well, that's not important when the winter is like this, but sometimes there might be some wet conditions. Then the bike should not be too high, so it's easy to start and stop, and the seat should not be too much ventilated. And I think it would be better if the bottom bracket it's not too high. So that would be a recumbent bike which would be easy to handle. Okay, then let's find a suitable place to stop and let's look about this bike. Is this good winter bike? Okay, let's talk about my Azub Max recumbent bike. Is it good winter bike? It almost ticks all the boxes in my list. It has big wheels and you can mount quite wide tires on it. But the rear fork is quite narrow, so there's no room for Icebiker Pro, which is many people think that it's the best winter tire. But I can get quite decent winter tires on it. Except that after shooting this video I got some new information from another guy who is riding Azub Max here in Finland. And actually, he is the guy who originally told me that there is no room for the Icebiker Pro in the rear fork. And now he told me that he actually was able to mount the Icebiker Pro on the rear wheel after all. But he said that he thinks that there might be some differences in the dimensions of different versions of the Icebiker Pro. And this tire that he was able to mount was the Evo version. So that means that you really can get good tires for the Azub Max. Okay, back to me on that hill. The bottom bracket is quite high, and because of the big wheels the bike is quite high. It's not always easy to start and stop. The suspension, it's not mandatory in winter riding, but it's quite nice. The open cockpit steering, it's quite good because you can easily pull yourself up from the seat when you have to balance. After about 500 kilometers of winter riding, I can say that it's quite good winter bike. Okay, let's get down here. And then this is rear wheel driven, so this has enough traction when going up hills. And the seat is in quite upright position, so it's easier to balance. It's not ventilated, so it's not getting very cold, but it has very comfortable thick seat pad. And of course you need lights. You need good lights for the winter bike. By the way, that's as high as the sun goes in the middle of the winter. I've been adjusting the height of the handlebars many times. I've took, I think, at least 15 centimeters away from the stem. But I think it's getting there. It's much better now than it was earlier. Okay, so I think that this bike, it's maybe not the perfect winter bike because it has few issues, like the too narrow rear fork. Yes, the fork is quite narrow, but as I said earlier, you can use Ice Biker Pro tires with this bike. So you can get pretty decent tires to this. But it's very close. So I can say that I'm quite happy with this bike. It's working very well on winter, at least for me. And when you are riding, this feels very solid and the handling is very good, even on roads like these. But the tire choice makes big difference. So the answer for the question in the title of this video: is this a good winter bike? Well, I think yes, it is. By the way, what's your opinion about winter bikes? Write it down to the comment section below. By the way, Garmin says that it's minus 10 degrees now, so it's quite cold. Damn, I need new winter shoes. My toes are freezing. Yes, I know it was a stupid idea to walk in the snow. But I think that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, it's free. You can do it by clicking the subscription button below the video. And if you already are a subscriber, click that bell icon so you can get notification every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.